allow us to get through the thirds and play in the opposition's half. For that, you need good distribution of the ball, and you need a certain amount of quality on the ball. And probably we just lacked a little bit of that in phases. I thought we had good possession, good percentage of possession, but we probably just didn't make enough of it. So I think around the way that we wanted to play, there were some pluses, particularly I think in the first half, but probably we wasn't able to maintain that in the second half.
So Mike, can you take the next one?
Coach, my name is Michael Asari-Bodu, Sumpa FM, Sumpa TV. There was a surprise element in your lineup. Captain Andrea, you trained during the 2 days that the team trained here at the Bavaria Sports Stadium. Surprisingly, he wasn't in the lineup. He didn't also get to play a single minute. What is the reason behind this?
No, this is the choices you have as head coach. We know the quality that Andre has, but we also know the quality that you'd like to think that the squad have. This is the reason why they're in the squad, and this is the reason why the squad has been announced with some that didn't make the squad. So these are always very difficult decisions for me. So for one player who plays, there's always another player who doesn't. So certainly nothing to read into that. He's has been and still is a very good player. It was just my choice today.
All right, congratulations to you, Coach. I'm here. My name is Ohene Bampobinya, Happy FM and ETV Ghana. A good coach once said that you learn something new about your team every day. What do you learn about this team and African football especially? And to you, Antoine, I know you've been looking forward to this. Okay, quite sure. So, what do you learn about this team and African football today?
Yeah, I think what some of the things I learned but I already knew. Sometimes in the heat, it's difficult for the game to have 90 minutes of the tempo that you would like. It's almost impossible. So the game will always be up and down, and there will be times in the game where supporters will look at and think, the tempo needs to be higher. But it's difficult, in these conditions. But it's the same for both sides. So it's about making the most of those moments that you have. And I think anybody watching the game, would have, seen in the first half, particularly early in the game, I think we got into some really good positions. But African football is no different to football anywhere. It's about, if you perform well enough, you have a chance of winning. If you score the goals, particularly early in the game, you can take some of the pressure off yourself. And probably, our performance was okay. I think in the end, we deserved it out of the two teams. If you had to pick one team, I thought we were better than Angola. Not so much more, but I thought we were better. But it's no different really anyway. It's about defending, and I thought we defended well and had to. But certainly if we were able to get them goals or that goal earlier, we would have taken some pressure off.
All right, Coach, my name is Derek Ayim from MX24 Television. You made mention about improvement, and today you had 11 goal scoring opportunity. Unfortunately, the very last one went in the 90+6 minute. Going forward, what are you doing to ensure that these chances will be converted?
It's a good question, and probably I'll turn it around a little bit. We've had 11 chances, so that's the first positive. If you was telling me that we played 96 minutes and we only had 2 or 3 chances, then that's worrying. But the fact that we have had chances, you always know that if you go into any game and you have that volume of chances, the law of averages says, come the next game or the game after that, you're going to put some of them chances away. And that's the only thing, but that we learned that we perhaps need to be a little bit more clinical when we have them opportunities, because if you're not at that time, then the opposition can gain strength from that. And I think we were up against a good Angola team, good technical team, strong, powerful team who defended very well.
Yeah, Coach, thank you. My name is Seto Champon from Otek FM. In your open address, you acknowledge the fans, the supporters, and the numbers you saw in Kumasi. The moment and the atmosphere that was created just before the goal came. In your vast experience as a manager, which atmosphere comes close?
That's a good question. Probably none. You know, it's what I would say is that I've been involved in some, as a player and a coach, some very, very big atmospheres. But it's different here. And I'm talking about before the game, the atmosphere before the game. These type of atmospheres you don't experience too many places. Certainly too many places outside of Africa. You don't experience. And what they want, we know what they want. You know, they want to see free-flowing, exciting football, and whenever somebody in the team does something special, the volume raises even more so. As coaches and players, you want to give them that as much as possible. It's not always possible. And sometimes the game is won on a last-minute goal. And I think certainly a support like this can take credit for that also. But no, it's a special atmosphere.
Oh, Coach, my name is Atapoko. I'm on some Radio TV. Sorry. I want to find out if you specifically requested that this game be played here. And if you did, were you surprised at what you saw in the stand? And how much of a culture shock is this to you? Thank you.
I can tell you is it's outside of my jurisdiction to determine where the game is going to be played. What I do know and what I did know was I've been here before in a different role, the Nigeria game, and I experienced it then. And I think once you experience it, you look forward to seeing that again, you know, and particularly in a winning atmosphere. And it's the same as anything. Once you've had something that excites you, you want that again. So yes, I probably, Henry would know more than me. I don't know if there's any other atmosphere like this in Ghana. I don't know. Henry probably could tell you, but it's an exceptional atmosphere, and no doubt it's good for us as a national team and for the players.
Right, Manfred, because of time, we'll have to move to Antoine. You know the team built to play Angola in a few days, so.